So my question to you is, who taught you to say this little bad boy right here? And who taught you to keep focus at it? For me, I can't safely say, I can't put a name to the person or persons who taught me to say the rosary. I can safely say my mother. My name is David Filafana, and this is Catholic in 2 minutes. May go a little longer than 2 minutes, but I'm in it for the dialogue. Yeah, I know. Yeah, why am I talking about this when there are hundreds of videos on YouTube that speak to this, right? Just go to the intro. First off, let me just say I am no expert at praying the rosary. I myself have my struggles in praying this little guy here. There are some benefits that I get. I'm at peace, I refocus. It's like a new morning every day for me. I can honestly tell you this is not the most easiest thing to pray or to do on a regular basis. We have the mindset to say, yeah, this is the time now where I feel as though God and I work the most. I want to pray the rosary because I want to connect with God. And from the time you start to pray the rosary, I mean, it's a great antidote for falling asleep. But a quick tidbit from what I was taught in probably my first communion days, the rosary was hand-given to a saint named Dominic. And Dominic made the rosary revolutionary throughout the world. And for me, what made the rosary a more sit-at-home thing for me was Our Lady of Fatima and the whole story behind Our Lady of Fatima. So, here are my 5 tips for praying the rosary. Not only as a millennial, but for someone who has a busy lifestyle. Start by saying the Apostles' Creed, and then it might probably inspire you to start with these 3 little guys right here. From Our Father to Glory Be, and praying for the 3 canonical virtues of faith, hope, and charity. And from there, build big. Go to 1 decade of the rosary. And from there, go to 2. If you're traveling, pray 1 decade. Sitting down in a car with no one willing to speak or no one willing to engage with you is the perfect opportunity to pray the rosary. Sitting down at work and wondering what's the next thing to do, pray a decade. Pray the first 3. Or if you're like me and you have an assignment doing and you have so many things going for you, like this video that I'm doing right now, do at least a decade. Get your mind in clear and move forward. Now, we as young people, we click to music. Whether if you're from the Caribbean, you click to soca, to reggae, North America, EDM, pop, to rap, whatever your genre is. But for the rosary, and it's something that I did to kind of keep my focus away from thinking about what's my next move, I play Gregorian chants, or I would play Teze. And you're probably wondering, isn't that old people music? No. I know a lot of young people who listen to that music and they're in such a better place. It doesn't have to be music with words. For me particularly, I play a lot of instrumentals. There's a long loop of music that you can get from YouTube, you can get from podcasts, you can get from Apple Music. Now, tip number 3 is forming a habit. And habit is not something that comes easy overnight, because for me, I've been trying to exercise for the past 2 years and I would always say, yeah, started. By the time the end of the week, nah bro, the rosary can help you. Let's just say you're exercising and you're going on a hike. Midway through the hike, you're like, God, this hike boring, I want to go home. Take out the rosary. Or you can do like me and download a rosary companion and just allow the meditation part of it for you right through the rosary. This is literally a Bible on the go. If you think about it, it's literally New Testament life, and you're praying it and you're meditating on it. And you're remembering, like, let's just say for me, whenever I'm doing an assignment, I think the sorrowful mysteries. And I say, hey, Jesus suffered for a bigger amount than I am suffering right now, which is probably my hands typing on the keyboard. Find your niche and work with it. This next point, I should have probably done it first. Let the Spirit move you. Anyway, this is for those who really want to know why they're doing it or what is the purpose of doing it. Let Google be your friend. research. There are a lot of books, there are a lot of websites, there are a lot of vlogs that you can get from YouTube. You can get from TikTok even. But to me, TikTok will just give you like these small basics, like what probably I'm trying to do here right now, but leave the rest up to you. Research where the rosary comes from. Research other people's experiences with the rosary. Get to know the rosary from other intimacies and build it upon yours. Say, okay, if this works for them, probably I can give it a try. Or, okay, now that I have a clarity of the history of it, that it's somewhat mystic in nature, it's like a form of meditative and contemplative prayer. All right, let me give this a try and see if this works. Challenge your priests, challenge your seminarians, challenge your sisters, challenge any religious. It kind of flows into what everything else, but once you challenge yourself to pray the rosary, challenge others, make it into a group. Like for instance, during Lent and Advent, we are called to return to God, entering into a state of grace through penance, fasting, giving. This is a perfect way to contemplate. As I said, it's a Bible on the go. So how to challenge each other? Simple. At lunchtime, somebody start a decade of the rosary, or somebody could do the whole rosary before we eat. In the morning, let me say the rosary, because I struggle in. I'm going through sometimes. It comes to me like when you're singing, you pray twice. I know there's a saying that goes around like that. Pray the rosary, you're praying twice. You're meditating on, of course, the Our Father, Hail Mary, Glory Be, and the mysteries of the rosary. Your mind is going through what is struggling with you the most, what is pulling and tugging at your heart. And that's what the rosary is there to do, to help you to bring you back to your center, not only with God, but with yourself, most importantly. And that is Catholic in 2 minutes. Somewhat.